We've got you. Can you please introduce yourself for us, please?
Yes, so my name is Nanatu Fokai. I'm the founder of African Breaking Council, the president of Ghana Breaking Federation. And I'm a b-boy, I'm a dancer, and also a coach.
Oh, okay. So you African
Breaking
breaking.
Academy. African Breaking is a non-profit organization that we started to use to promote and also do events, not only in Ghana, it's Africa in general. So we have a very big network. We have done and also invited close to 16, 17 African countries in Ghana every year. And we've done
I
the third
see.
edition already. And this year will be the fourth edition.
Oh, okay. How many African countries
So, last year was 18. 18 African countries were here in Ghana
for the breaking
for the breaking
African tournament?
Yes, and we have the belts, like the belt that you guys see, like the boxing belt here, similar like that. We are the only one doing it in Africa before others are now coming.
I see. If you say others are coming, is it not an organized, federation or some event that maybe, let's say, in a country,
Yep. So
only one federation has to handle it?
Yep. So with this, it's an initiative by African we call the Afro Break Championship. It's like African Breaking Championship. So where you have all the best in Africa come to compete, both boys and girls. It's partnership with Breaking Federation because it's hosted in Ghana. So Breaking Federation is also aligned. And since most of us are working together,
Ghana Breaking Federation.
yeah.
So we have the Ghana Breaking Federation.
We have the African Breaking.
It's
Academy.
independent of the African, is an NGO that is
Yeah.
independent of the Ghana Breaking Federation.
Yeah. The
Okay.
Breaking Federation agenda is for the national agenda, to make sure it will align and like have a positive alignment with the National Sports Authority, like GOC, whatever they want to do, it stands there. And African Breaking Academy is also an independent creative organization that focuses on this hip hop element. So it's not only sport. African Breaking Academy is not only sport. We do beyond that, and our territory is not only in Ghana. Our territory it goes across Ghana, the territories of Ghana. So we go to Togo, Benin, South Africa, Ivory Coast, Senegal. We've been to all those countries. We were in Uganda and Kenya a few weeks ago. So it's like, it's a bigger thing with networks, and we have partners everywhere that we work with. So that's for the African Breaking Academy. But for the Breaking Federation, which has a focus agenda to develop breaking in Ghana and also help the athletes, the young ones. So that has also been in existence. And we are moving slowly. And last 2 years, when the Paris 2024, we got the qualification. We have a colleague here, Miguel Tres, and another guy were able to go for the Morocco, where Miguel Tres was supposed to make it to the next level, but other things happened from the GOC, blah blah happening. We couldn't meet the deadline on time, but it was positive because West Africa, it was 12 countries in the whole Africa. In the African continent, it's only 12 that participated in Morocco qualifying, and Ghana was part.
So the Morocco qualifies to where?
To the Paris 2024.
Oh,
that
okay.
was where it all started. So the person who won had a straight ticket to Paris. So Morocco won both boys and girls.
So only one for each
Yeah,
category.
yes.
Africa got only one representative.
one
And
representative.
Morocco as the host. Do you think being the host played a role in
Yeah,
their
it
winning?
played a very major role. You could see from the auditorium, you could see the politics is in sports. So you could see conditions that they put them in a good condition. They put, initially even the rule was that only you shouldn't have more than 4 athletes per country. But we got there, they had more than 4. They are close to 8. So even Algeria, the same.
And all of them competed.
Yeah, all of them competed. So
I
you
see.
could assume if we have a top 16 of athletes from Africa, which is 60. 60, and let's say Morocco is already 8. Algeria is already, let's say, 7. Tunisia is already 5. Senegal is already 3. Ghana is already 2 or 1. There was no Nigeria. Togo was 1 boy, 1 girl. Uganda had 5. South Africa had 3. So imagine the probability wise, who is going to make it to the next level, even if the level is almost the same. You get it?
Yeah,
So
more
some countries
chances.
stand opportunity because they had a support system, they had their national system supporting them, and they already saw it, they built towards it for some time. And that's how Morocco was able to. And the auditorium was full of kids, like their president, their spokesman was happy, was supporting them, making sure that everything to come on it because they had to do host and win. And that's how they made it to Paris. last year August.
I see. So that particular one is the real breaking and it's strictly breaking, no associated with the hip hop side as you
No.
African breaking is doing.
No. That is different. And I wanted to explain it's part of hip hop because in the sports they still added hip hop. It's full hip hop, but just that now people say it's sport. You get what I'm trying. And not everybody also want to accept it's sport. It's also there. So Paris 2024 even featured Snoop Dogg. Why? Because they wanted it to have that hip hop element at Paris. That was the whole idea. So they had to make sure that they get all the elements perfectly. So first and foremost, like looking at the settings, hip hop has four major elements. We have DJing, so we have the DJ there to produce the music. We have the graffiti, so on the floor of the stage, they make sure they have the elements of all those stuff there. MC, that's where they had an MC, the host and all those stuff. The MC they had to get like Snoop Dogg, they have to get the MC to do something like rap and stuff to make sure that we keep the audience engaged. Then now the most important thing was the dance. And the dance too has element that we look at. That it's not just any dance, it's a different dance on it too.
I see. So, it's an Olympic sport too. So, Ghana,
Yeah.
I understand you guys, it's been, so the Ghana Breaking Federation, when it was founded, the Breaking
Founded?
Yeah, when was it founded?
It was, I think somewhere 2019 we did our first event, but unofficial we did some couple of events, sensitization on Jamestown, we did some in Alaju Kotobabi, and we did some in Nima. So it was the sensitization for, but it was fully registered in 2022. We are fully registered in 2022 as a federation, and we last year, 2023, we applied for NSE so that we could have a official. So after that, I think from 2023 till now, they most of the time come here to check our activities, and we have a lot of activity we do throughout the year. So they do come around to check it. GOC come around. Even the international event, we always collaborate with them. We put their logos, we invite them to come and see and give their own technical reports.
So, we'll get to the GOC part, but what has been, you mentioned so many places in Accra that you've done the event, and even you told us you've sent it outside Accra only this week to Adan. So how has been the reception, like young Ghanaians, how are many people taking to the, breaking sport?
Yeah, people like it. The reception is good because people are already doing it. Just that they need to professional and they need to understand where this thing is from. That's why I said it's not new to us. People watch videos, people emulate, but they don't know this is a full sport or full activity on its own. That you can do this, you can be an Olympian, you can travel, you can be a world champion, you can be an African champion. They don't understand all this stuff. So in 2022, when we introduced the first national championship, it's in line with the Afro-Break National Championship. Yeah, that was when people get, okay, so you can win. You win, you get your ticket into the international. When she won the national, there's a lady here, she won the national. Yeah, we took her to France, 2022. She went to France. She went to France in 2023. She won 2022 end of the year. 2023, she went to France to try other competitions out there. So it's a step-by-step stuff that we've been able to earn. The reception is good, but we need more education. People need to come close and say, okay, this is what our kids can also try, because Youth Olympics right at the corner. But we always have to wait till when it's like 2 months, 3 months. No, but this dance is very difficult. You need time. You need time to really practice and get to understand it, right?
So you spoke about Youth Olympics.
Yeah.
So that's 2026 Dakar.
Yeah, just next year.
Yeah. So that's your first, target. How are you preparing towards it? And have you identified some of the athletes that you can, go and compete with in the name of Ghana there?
Yeah. So one of the initiatives Breaking Federation has started this year with the African Breaking Academy, which is they have more support also to make things happen. We do a monthly talent scout here, and we did the first one last week. And we had 24 girls and we had 5 boys, and these are kids below 16. Nobody is above 16 or 15. All of them are kids. So yeah, we were in sporting talent. We've already been making that happen. From last year, 2024, when we did a national international event, we had kids battle to it because it was a way to introduce it will the same. We already knew what is happening, so we already in advance getting. But this year we go fully once in a month for 12 months. We are going to do 12 months to make sure that we get kids ready, and they could as at the meantime we have a scoring point system that we develop ourselves so that we can keep the best ones, those who are consistent in having good points. We keep them and give them the opportunity because there will be travel opportunities within this year for kids to compete for the WDSL. It's like a system, right? Most of them can try it out. Once you have funding, they give you the invite, you can go and try it out, like the qualified system.
You spoke about, so many girls to boys ratio. Why? Is it that more girls are interested in the sport than guys?
Not that. For our generation, we just had one girl for the first time to be introduced. Before, now we have like close to 8 girls at the adult level who are above 16 years. But let me say that in some sports, I don't know but in some sports like dance, like break dance, when you start the initial, you have more girls because I don't know, girls like it more than the
like
guys.
Dancing.
The guys don't pay attention because I teach in schools. We have other schools that we do. When we go there, we see the girls like getting more involved than the guys. And the guys who that get involved, for them they want to go to the next level. So you don't see guys who are not really interested to come around. But when the guy is interested, if he's around, he's really interested. But for the girls, most of them come around not because I think they like it.
Like dancing, they are attracted to dancing.
Yes, but I don't know if depending most of them will take it to the next level. Sometimes when they get to a certain thing, then they drop out. I believe it's sometimes like that. Because sport, they can start it, but when they go, they start adolescent, maybe they don't want to put their body on the floor. They are be careful of their body because breakdown, you have to use all parts of your body, your head, your hand, your elbow, everything. So, I think that is why. But the girls are really receptive when it comes to this in the beginning.
I see. So GOC, I saw that you people were complaining that you had applied and you have not been accepted. What about the NSA one? Have they also approved
for
you?
NSA, no, we did the process. We were still waiting before they had some crisis. I think there was a whole lot of crisis last year. We got everything. They came, we did this, we did what we were supposed to do on our part. We've done everything. I think something strike there, which is very political. So we have to wait, and Ghana, you have to wait. So until you get your feedback, but we are still on it. My vice president is always going there to check out what is happening, blah blah, to see when we can officially be part of. Because they wanted to add other sports federation, they want to approve, not only ours. They said they want to add. That's what they were told. They want to add everyone. Then they issue their recommendation to us.
How important will it be for you, your association, or for breaking in Ghana, for you to get that recognition from NSA and GOC?
Yep, so for me, as I'm saying, without even the national support, we've done amazing things. What we've done, we are now one of the pillars in Africa. What we have done in Africa, the records is that we are one of the pillars in Africa. And without the national support, or the national recognition. So imagine we getting it. That's all what we need. We need our own people to support what we are doing, and that is that. When we get that, we go to the next level. Because outside, people see here very, very strong. People see what we do on the next level because they can't do what we are doing over there. They see the structure, how we make events, how we produce, how we bring all these countries. And no country has hosted 18 countries in Africa before. No country with what we do. No. Togo last year got close, but no. You get what I'm saying? So it's a level thing that we've really done. But if we can get the support from the National Sports Authority, the Ghana Olympic Committee, or the national, Minister of Sport, like Ministry of Sports, to say they want to support this news, I'm telling you, we're going to shoot the next, and this can really give Ghana a lot of chance, to shine out there. So imagine the tourism, the number of people being today, the number of people who watch and want to come to Ghana to just come and witness our event. We are selling Ghana just like that. You get it? So for me, I think it's very, very important if we can get the support from the national bodies.
So do you have, different types of the sport, or how do you do it, or how is the scoring system like? I'm asking this because if you take something like at the Olympics, something like swimming, gymnastics, and all those things, one sport, it has so many different types, and weightlifting like this that one athlete can be compete different, and win different medals.
Yeah.
So I'm asking, is breaking two just like that, or is just a one
Time.
cup
Oh, no.
trophy, a competition like how football is, that we will have only one person going for one win?
No. So even it not being a sport, before it, like aside Olympics, let's put Olympics aside, breaking has a lot of competition, international competition every time. Like January, when I was in Kenya, I went to Kenya with the federation, with the team, and she got the opportunity to represent in the Kenya International event, which had girls competition. So one of our colleagues of Bigotrace was there. You get it. Other countries like Togo, Ivory Coast, she went to Ivory Coast last year. She won. She won the first African belt for Ghana. So I could say the gold medal, we have a girl to win for us already. For silver and bronze, yeah, we've won several times when you go to other countries. So with competition, there are so many competitions. And also when you go to Europe, when you go to US, there are so many. So aside that, you can be an African. So let's say our event, we do event Afro Break and African Breaking Nation. And we have people who say they are African champions because they won our event. And it's not one, it's not two. We are like Nigeria, we say we are African champions because we won last 2 years at Afro Break. Now Benin is the one current champion, won with the belt, they took it up. South Africa came, the females won. Also, she says she's not African. Yeah, it's probably that's the truth. Last 2 years we have Benin again to win. So it's like that. Senegal came for the first edition and won. So there are a lot of competitions around, not only in Ghana, in other African countries, and also most importantly, there are laws out there. A lot. Like you could see events throughout almost every weekend. There's an event. Every weekend in Europe, there's a big event.
I see. So Africa, how many countries are doing,
I could say most of in West Africa, I could say probably the countries inviting a lot. Ivory Coast is doing much well. Nigeria, not really. Nigeria is not really inviting. Nigeria is doing events, most of them for their people. And last year, I think they couldn't really do a lot. Last year they couldn't do it, but this year I think they've started something good. Togo is really pushing. Togo too is one of the countries in West Africa really trying, and Benin too is not quite good. With these 4 African countries, they are doing quite well. Senegal is very strong, but not really doing international competition for everybody. So it's everybody's good. Like South Africa is strong, but they are not really doing international. It was only this January that I went for an event even in South Africa, where they invited other people. So it's like it's not really everywhere, but some of the countries are really trying, and it's all back to funding. So maybe we were fortunate to push our project 2 years ahead, because what we did for 2020-2024 was planned in 2019-2020, and probably we had the funding to support all those things.
But how do you get funding?
Yeah, we push a lot through the French embassy, because the French embassy was in line with Paris 2024. So they had a 2-year plan, which they were focusing on the new sports, which was breaking and skateboarding.
So breaking went to the Olympics for the first time in Paris.
That was the first time for the main Olympics, but it was in Argentina in 2018. The Youth Olympics, the last 2018, it was in breaking was part. That was the first time it was introduced. So the Paris one was the second time, but this time for the main
official.
Official one, yes. So that's why Paris looks, and the French also put in a lot of effort to focus on the youth sports, because they know breaking like dance is for the youth, skateboarding is also for the youth, very famous. So that's why they put a lot of investment, a lot of attention. Like with the Olympics, you could see some ladies' video trending everywhere because the media was on breaking. Could you imagine if we brought somebody from Snoop Dogg was there? So you could imagine the kind of investment they invested on when they come to the breakdown.
Yeah, sure. So now, what's next for Ghana breaking?
For what next, I think we have a good strategic plan that we've already put in some paper, so we have to move step by step. We want the national bodies to support us, make things easy, like create a favorable atmosphere and environment for us, so that we can really share. Because our sport is we have energetic people, that myself and the team, most of the dancers are willing to always go out freely. It's like passion for it. We are passionate about this. We are passionate about it. With or without, we want to go out there. So we just want the support, and we will do a lot. We have a lot of things we could do. And breaking being culture and also sport is also a plus. So when here is not going, we still push. So we are not only relying on if there is no Olympics, you are not practicing. No, because it has a cultural element, and that's the most important. And the cultural element is every day, every time. We can perform on shows, we can play theater shows, we can do anything.
I see. So, Ghana Breaking Federation, you know, this tournament, this year, are there some competitions
Yeah.
lined up for you, either locally or internationally?
Yeah, there's a lot. So from January, we had the first one, and then we did the Urban Sports Festival. And Urban Sports was focusing on basketball, breakdance, which was the main one, and skateboarding. These three things. So we did one in January already. It was serious. We will do another one in September. That's another national. We had people to come, but we're going to do another one in September. By that time, we hope the kids will have a high level kids. Then we do a bigger one also for the kids. So that's what we have. For the international year, most of them will go into France very soon. Fees in May. Most of the dancers will go into France to compete, because fixed action sport is also a big event, which also involves those kind of activities. So already we are working towards that. There's an event also in Netherlands called World Breaking Classic. It's a bigger one. It's like like World African Cup. Let me use the World Cup. So it's a similar one. We don't have Red Bull BC one yet. Red Bull BC one is also one of the biggest one in the world, but we don't have it yet. We don't have Battle of the Year here yet. So with this other event, we are working towards.
So there are many types of
Yeah, there are many
events,
international
or
events.
not really, but in the breaking, like you have different types of
Yeah, events.
that they will show. What are the names of some of them?
The
I mean, the type of breaking, like when you are doing it.
Okay.
Maybe there is one that you turn like this, another that you turn like this, and
Okay.
what are some of the types of breaking?
Yeah, so breaking has four major parts that we check. We have the top rock, we have the footworks, we have the freezes and power move. The top rock is the dance they do when you are standing. We do a demonstration later, you see. The dance we do when you are standing at the standing position. The standing for anything you do is called top rock. It can be variation, you can create your own. Then when you go down, they go down with their two hands and their legs, always on the floor, changing one leg on the floor, changing in your own way, call it footwork. The third one is freezes. It's how you can freeze to the music, how you can stagger freezing the music. With your head, with one hand, with your elbow, with anything, nobody cares how creative you can be. And the last one, the power move, is as the music power move, it looks crazy. That's when people do crazy spins. People do spin with their head, with their elbow, with their everything, with their knee, and with gymnastic move, with capoeira move, with acrobatic move, anything like kung fu. You might see people being creative just to make sure that they could deliver. So this element is where judges use to score, and this is about the execution and your foundation. And also, don't forget that it's dancing. So with all the moves you are doing, you need to be on the music. It's also very important. And the kind of music we use is called the breakbeat. It's not the regular music like normally we hear. Any music that will be played on an international event or an event, an official event, it needs to pass through the system. So maybe we can pick, like we Afro Break, we pick Ghanaian songs, and we reproduce it. We add a breakbeat to it. That is the only way it can fit in our settings. So, but for the international, you have system, they pick music. Okay, I think this song is qualified. This is okay. It has the kicks, it has the snell. It goes in the way that like, big boys can dance to, big boy, big girl can dance to. Them, it's accepted.
So, what are do you need equipment or facilities? What are the resources you need to do breaking?
Okay, so for me, I keep saying, not even me. When I was in France for the Incept facility in France, one of the biggest for the training facility, the breaking auditorium or the breaking space is the easiest one to make, and it's true. We just need a room. We need a good floor, like a judo floor, judo mat, and a carpet on it where people practice to avoid injuries. Definitely injuries, but this prevents a lot of injury. Have a smooth surface, music, speaker, and a DJ, we are done. So with we, it's quite very easy. Once in a while, you do physicals, like once in a week, there are physicals that you do. We do proper stretching,
keep
but
yourself
you
fit.
keep yourself fit. Maybe we do something, some workouts related to CrossFit, like for stamina building. You come in walking with your hands, maybe one hand walking or two hands walking. Walk with your head and lift, walk with your hand, walk with your elbow. These are exercise that we do. So we our space is very easy, and also most important that our diet, what you eat is also very very important for us, so that you don't fat. You need to feel light. For you to dance very very well and be in your element, you need to feel very light.
I see. So, with all this and the challenges you have been facing so far, what do you think of the future for breaking in Ghana?
For breaking has a very, very big, huge potential in Ghana, because these guys will be dancing, these girls will be dancing, whether you like it or not. So why not? Why not support them? Whether you like it or they'll make their way. Yeah, I made my way. With or without, yeah, I've made my way. I've traveled in so many countries. I'm making a dream happen. I'm supporting others. So with or I've done it. Others will also do it. A lot of people will do it.
When did you start, becoming a breaking? How do you call it? Is it a breaker?
A breaker. Yeah, the word for everybody is a breaker. But for me, I'm a b-boy. I'm b-boy lyrics. The boys are called b-boy, and the girls are called b-girl. So break boy, break girl.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. What motivated you to become a breaker, and how did you start it?
for dancing, I've been dancing for so already long time, since childhood. We dance at church, dance at party, blah blah. High school, we did competition, we joined groups, we did all those stuff. We emulate what we saw, like in Gatself, another event, like we were watching already Red Bull before YouTube blew up. We were watching Red Bull on YouTube. We were watching Battle of the Year. We dream of going there, but we didn't really understand which kind of dance was it. But we picked the move, we do flames and all those stuff. Yeah, but right after the university, 2016, that's when I finished school, the university, and I came back and I
University
said,
of what?
University of European Studies, University for Development
Tamale.
Studies. No, I went to WA, UDS WA. I did a business.
They have, it's another campus.
Yeah, the campus at WA, Upper West. They have Tamale, they have Nabrongo.
Oh, I see.
So, and they have Nampala. I think it was even four. So for me, when I came out, okay, I want to dance again, but which part do I think it's more, secure? And we have to do my research. I have to come in. Okay, breaking is big outside, but not here, not in our part of the continent. Because when the moment you decide to break, you should understand you go broke. That's what we understood. Because regardlessly, who is going to pay for it? People will go for a support dance. People will go for other dance, because here people can relate easily to it. So you have to understand why you want to do it. And I think, from there I said, okay, I want to do. You have to do more research. You have to think about it. I went for the first competition in Burkina Faso in 2019. And the same year I went to Niger. So there I feel like, okay, I think it's possible. It's possible to make it if only you pursue it differently. If nobody has done it, that doesn't mean that it's not possible. So yeah, it's possible. And from there, that is it. Every year at least I travel, I compete, I judge. Now I think for the past few years I've judged a lot, getting paid. Like sometimes it's very very better than maybe doing a day job. So these are the opportunity, and looking forward to work with brands. When you're able to work with good brands, like I think it's very good, because my colleagues in South Africa, my colleagues in Europe, like Netherlands, most of them are doing extremely well because they're working with the sports brands when it became also Olympic sport. So it's a good thing to do, and it's unique. That's one of the things. It's very unique and different. You can put it in any settings and it will work. You get it. So right now, assuming if the National Sports Authority is having an activity and it's in an enclosed place, and you have all the sports delegates here, if you want a basketball demonstration, you might not do it the way you want to do it, because you need to put it in there to put it. If you want to do volleyball demonstration, you might not do it the way you want to do it. If you want to do football, you might not do that. But for that, there's a small space. We entertain you, we show you what it's about. So for me, I think it's very dynamic. This is very, very dynamic. It's a dynamic kind of sport that people could really see and connect to it. And everybody, dance and music.
Are there international bodies, and are you affiliated, or you need the recognition from the Ghana NSA and GOC before you?
Yep. So there's there's an international body, the only international body that came in the space of Olympics was World Dance Sport, WDSF. And World Dance Sports is not only breaking, it's for ballroom, it's for ballet, it's for so many kind of that. And it has been existing for 100 years now, over 100 years. So they came in because they are already in that space of a little bit of sports. When breaking was making it, they had to be the people to champion. But I think there's a lot of caucus happening. They want to have, after the Olympics, some people like the standard was not met. That's why I was saying like there was problems like how come we do a qualifying, we only have 2 of African countries. Africa is 54. So how did we get to that? There were so many lapses that now they need to correct. Even in Paris, we only have 1 African country. It doesn't make sense. This the Olympics that we are talking about. How come this and that? The whole of you have like countries like France having 2 slots. You know what I'm saying? There was so much politics that I think they themselves want to make sure that they could fix it. And there's an argument people say breaking is not everywhere. It's not everywhere, maybe in Africa, but that's not true. It's equally everywhere. If you are talking about the level, then maybe you can say, oh, some people like the breaking in the US because it started in the US, like people started in the US, we assume that is where it started from. At that level, you can have people with high level. Maybe Japan now, the Asians have also really grown. I'm telling you, they are now almost winning all the medals. You know, but hip hop didn't start it from there. So if I'm telling you that soon Africa will take over, it's a reality that will definitely happen. So maybe very soon than how even me I'm imagining. Because I've traveled a lot in Africa and I see how people are angry, people really want to go to and then people are putting effort and we are very strong. Those our guys are very strong. So for me, I see those things happening very, very soon. So with the international body, I've got the WDSF here, that's what we don't have like an African body. This is a lab that we need to fill. We don't have like a West African body. These are all lapses that we the leaders will talk about these things. So we need to make sure these things could have. But because of the sports agenda not really being like 100% sure, we don't know what's happening. Like in our own countries, our national federation is not supporting us. But how did I make it to? How did we all make it to the qualifier? Because we still went ahead and we write to them, they understand the problem. You know, and we have to endorse them, give them answers of an athlete and be part of an athlete. That is it. So we are doing our best, and we hope that for me, I think it's a new sport, and it's a youthful sport. So you just need the government or you need the sports authorities to give a flow and like help you implement what you want to implement. And as the sports go, most of them will have more clarity. Most of them get to understand because it's new to the system. That's the main thing.
Okay, finally, any word, another message, something that you think you have to add?
So, for me, I would say this is a new thing that can be introduced even in schools, like the PTA teachers, like the way we take extracurricular activities. This is what you can really add. Because this sport is like 4-in-1, you can add painting to it, so it's all working. And already this kind of dance, when you burn a lot of calories, you get it's very difficult. So when you bend, like doing dancing for 1 minute alone, it's not easy. So this is one of the things I think can be implemented in the educational system as a new sport, as but that's what China did. China is doing, Japan has done it, or South Korea have done this in a long time. They introduce this into their schools. So the kids that they are interested get along with it when they are young. And now we have them dominating as one of the best in the world. And these are some of the things that they initiated years ago, I could say like 12, 13, 14 years ago. That's why they are where they are now.
Okay, thank you very much, and we definitely will hope to speak to you and follow your progress.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
For